What's up, Fleet? Forgotten Fox here, and today I will be bringing you a review of the Tier 8 Premium Battleship, Tirpitz. The Tirpitz shares many similarities with the pre-existing Tier 8 German battleship Bismarck that you can earn in the German tech tree. However, the Tirpitz differs from the Bismarck in two key aspects. The Bismarck has slightly faster acceleration when compared to the Tirpitz, and the Bismarck's small-caliber anti-aircraft guns do considerably more damage than the Tirpitz. However, the Tirpitz trades the small-caliber anti-aircraft gun damage as well as the slight acceleration difference for the torpedoes, which make it devastating at close range. All in all, the Bismarck is a great ship. However, this video is about the Tirpitz, which takes everything that's good about the Bismarck and allows you to get even closer and deal more damage while providing premium credit earning. As far as commanders go, you can swap any German commander into the Tirpitz for free at no penalty because it is a premium ship. However, I personally went with the elite German commander, Franz von Hipper, due to his unique abilities, such as the Sixth Sense, which can alert you to how many enemy ships are currently firing on you, as well as abilities like the enhanced sonar, the enhanced marksman accuracy and duration, the enhanced secondary battery dispersion, and some other special skills like the armor-piercing capped shell improvement, which is beneficial for either the Hindenburg or the Grosser Kurfürst. For your remaining skills, I would recommend the typical German ship skills such as enhanced horizontal protection due to the German ships having fairly weak deck armor, and other useful skills such as Honor Seeker and Adrenaline Rush to enhance your overall damage output the longer you can stay in the game. As far as your supplies, the standard battleship supplies should suffice, including crew rations, preventative maintenance, and refined diesel to make your ship harder to kill and maneuver better. Equipment-wise, I would recommend either the secondary battery modification 2 to increase your secondary's range and accuracy, main battery modification 3 to increase your main gun's accuracy, or secondary battery modification 1 to increase your secondary battery's reload speed and overall DPM. For your second slot, I would recommend deck protection modification 1 to increase your fire resistance, or propulsion modification 1, as the Tirpitz and Bismarck and any higher tier German battleships have the slowest acceleration in the game. For your third slot, I would either recommend torpedo defense modification 1 or steering gear modification 2 to increase the amount of damage you can sustain from torpedoes or increase the speed at which your rudder traverses. Camouflage-wise, you have two options for a permanent camouflage, the historical camouflage and the Magnu S, both of which provide identical benefits, so pick your preference. The last thing before we head into battle is selecting the elite ship bonus. You can select one from three, one of which will always be Meritorious Service. However, I recommend the improved main armor belt, as it allows you to sustain less damage from the same shells hitting your Citadel belt, which will keep you in the game longer and reward you with more damage at the end of the battle. Once you're in the game, the important thing to look out for is your detected meter, which, as you can see on my screen, the number next to the detected indicator tells me how many ships are currently shooting at me, or at least looking in my general direction. The number rises and falls depending on how many enemy reticles are pointed your way. So obviously, when you see 4 enemy ships pointing at you, it's probably time to make a hasty retreat. But don't plan on going anywhere fast. The Tirpitz, even with ample warning, has one of the slowest accelerations of any ship in the game. And even slamming on the reverse the second the destroyer spotted, the torpedoes will still hit you. So your best bet in any case would be to turn away from the torpedoes, as reversing, even with the acceleration equipment, is not fast enough to dodge. So how then should you play the Tirpitz? The Tirpitz is best played at medium to close range, where the mediocre accuracy of your main battery doesn't matter as much, and your precisely aimed secondary cannons can tear apart weak armored ships, such as cruisers and destroyers, with ease. Feel free to use your torpedoes as well, especially once you get within their arming distance, as they can provide an easy boost to your damage, as well as flooding, which will give you damage over time, something that most of your enemies rarely expect and even fewer can avoid. Do not forget that the Tirpitz also comes equipped with precise aim and hydroacoustic search, which allows you to accurately hit more of your main battery shells at range, as well as your secondary batteries, which, especially up close, can be used to deal devastating amounts of damage to any ship that is not prepared for it or that sits in front of you for too long. When you see a bunch of enemy destroyers or light cruisers clumped up in smoke screens, you can also use your hydroacoustic search to alert your team of their position, as well as watching for any torpedoes that you might need to turn to avoid, already knowing that your acceleration will not permit you to stop before you run into them. These are all things that you can do pretty well, but the Tirpitz was built to brawl, and getting yourself into brawling situations is one of the easiest things you can do in the Tirpitz, because your amazing secondary battery armament combined with your torpedoes will allow you to make quick work of your foes, forcing them to turn away or even sinking them outright before they can even take in the situation. Be wary, however, that your speed and maneuverability are poor, meaning if the enemy is prepared for you or you get yourself into a sticky situation, you have to slug it out, as you do not have the maneuverability to turn around or run away once you go in. By planning and focusing on enemy capital vessels that you know you can beat in a 1 versus 1, you can make quick work of the strongest enemy ships, allowing your faster, more nimble ships to chase down any enemies that you cannot catch up to yourself, often ensuring a clean victory for you and netting high damage games due to the long range of your secondary battery as well as your hard-hitting main cannon. Just be wary that ships that are faster than you will easily be able to put distance between you and them, rendering your secondary battery useless and forcing you to rely on your main battery. And even with precise aim, the Tirpitz guns are not accurate when compared to the American or Japanese battleships of the tier, meaning they perform best when close quarters, allowing you to ignore their mediocre accuracy and focus more on their high DPM and fast reload. Now, the question many of you will have to answer is this the right ship for you? If you enjoy brawling, getting up close and personal with the enemy, and never stopping the action, whether it's swapping between your main battery, your secondary battery, your torpedoes, or using any of your abilities such as sonar or precise aim, the Tirpitz is for you. However, if you enjoy playing in a pack and preferring to take down your enemies with your allies, the Tirpitz might not be for you, as this ship typically performs best in lone wolf or multi-Tirpitz rushes that focus on getting up close and personal and doing as much damage as possible, rather than working down an enemy as a team. My personal opinion is that the Tirpitz is currently one of the best Tier 8 battleships in the game, especially for random battles. And if you enjoy playing battleships of all shapes and sizes, be sure to pick up a Tirpitz. However, if you prefer more fast and fluid gameplay, check out some of the other Tier 8 premium ships that the game has to offer, such as the Loyang or the Mogami. And that just about wraps up my Tirpitz review. Be sure to tune in next time where I will be detailing the Tier 7 Premium Mutsu. Then, this is Forgotten Fox signing off.